take a night off, people get hurt.
You don't get what you want by day. You take it by force at night.
I think that this world, it needs men that are willing to make the hard call.
Time isn't going to change who I am or what I do.
I'm excited and honored to be a part of the show. You know, it's a character that means a lot to a lot of people. I'm excited for people to see John Bernthal and Eddie Young playing these iconic roles, and it just kind of escalates from there.
There's nothing we can do but fight.
Well, I'll just say this. It's going to be action-packed from beginning to the very end. Trust me. Daredevil premieres March 18th.
That's right.
And I will see the fans on September 30th.
Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. So we have T-minus 1 week before Daredevil Season 2 gets here. So this is just going to be a breakdown of what's going on and some recommended reading. I love the idea of the Daredevil cast picking Team Cap, Team Iron Man. If you've never read Marvel's Civil War event, Punisher technically tried to join Team Cap, but they thought he was too crazy. Spider-Man had a big falling out with Iron Man, got his ass handed to him when he was still in the Iron Spider suit. Punisher found him, brought him to Team Cap, and was like, hey, I'm here. And they're like, okay, dude, thanks, but no thanks. You just leave him right here, and you be away on your business. You're way too crazy for us, even if we do love the fact that you hate Iron Man. Even though he was part of the military for a long time, he has become anti-establishment. So automatically in a street war, he's going to open fire on anyone who he deems to be the man. And the man of Daredevil Season 2 isn't so much the Kingpin as it is the Hand. If you're a big comic book fan, which I imagine most of you are, and you want to read something that's going to tie in with Daredevil Season 2, the closest thing is going to be Daredevil versus Punisher. There isn't any straight-up comic book that they adapted. Season 2 is really like this logical extension of what happened during Season 1. They just teased the Hand, they teased Black Sky, they teased this giant mystical plot. They're probably going to try and raise a demon, is what I imagine. In the ongoing war between the Chaste and the Hand, the Chaste is the organization that Stick belongs to, but we really haven't learned about that in the Daredevil universe yet. We just got teasers for that in Season 1. The interesting thing that I wasn't expecting, but I probably should have, is the tagline they've been using is that it's going to take all three of them to save Hell's Kitchen, which means that no matter how much they're at each other's throats throughout the series, they're going to come together in some form by the end. And really, Daredevil is the only one you could call a superhero. Elektra and Punisher are more anti-heroes than they are heroes because they cause just as much collateral damage as they do help people. If you want to read a good Elektra story and you don't know anything about her character, actually Man Without Fear is probably a good title to read, that original Frank Miller story. That's the story that introduced her. And it was the story they used for a lot of Season 1 from Daredevil, but they cut the Elektra part out. They withheld her till Season 2. There are some comics that have explained her backstory, like Elektra Assassin, but that's a little trippier. The artwork for that made it look like the artist did a whole bunch of drugs before he did it, so if you really like trippy comics, it's a lot of fun, but if you like comics that look a little more mainstream, just stick to the Frank Miller stuff. And if you're a hardcore Punisher fan and you just want to read more Punisher, Punisher War Journal is a good comic to read. If you guys are big fans of Jim Lee's artwork, that was the comic that he got started on. The comic that got him the X-Men #1 job. The X-Men title that sold more copies than any comic book in history. I think it was like 8.1 million copies. But like I said, they didn't really take any comic book stories and adapt them for Season 2. They just borrowed a lot of the characters and a lot of the aesthetic of some of these comic books. And yes, I know we haven't seen him in any of the teasers, but Kingpin will totally be around. It's just that the Hand is the biggest villain this season. The Hand versus Hell's Kitchen. Let me know in the comments though, what are you guys most hype about for Season 2? I feel like for most of us, it's the Punisher. I mean, I'm wearing my Punisher t-shirt right now. And the bummer is that they keep trying to downplay the idea of a spin-off Punisher series. They'll still do it at some point. What they've said is that it's just not their first priority right now. Speaking of other series, they did confirm that Luke Cage is going to drop September 30th. Now I say premiere, but they're going to dump the entire series, so you'll be able to watch every single episode, all 13 of them, September 30th. Sweet Christmas in September. What's going to happen next week is that my Daredevil episode videos will start posting on Friday. And if you saw my Jessica Jones videos, I did like one video for every 3 episodes. That's probably what I'm going to do for Daredevil. I can't do 13 videos in like 2 days. So be sure to subscribe to get everything. It is going to be awesome. You guys have no idea how awesome the Punisher is going to be. Elektra's going to be a lot of fun too, but really it's the Punisher that I'm excited for. There is supposedly some new Captain America Civil War footage that's dropping later tonight. If there is, I'll totally do a video for it. I'm also working on a Game of Thrones video, so I'll be posting updates on which video is posting when on Facebook and Twitter. If you don't know where to find me there, the links are at the bottom of the description. It is going to be so awesome next week. You guys have no idea. While you wait for my next video to post, you can click here for my Captain America Civil War trailer, and you can click here for all my other Daredevil Season 2 videos. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Let's high five. I'll see you guys tonight.